There's the part that's 4-0 and some exciting moments going forward and some good goals, one really special goal. And then there's the part where in our excitement, decision-making, quality of passes, number of touches, guys that get lost in their own skill when the game becomes 3-0, 4-0. So that part, when we talk to our guys about not just getting results, but growing as a team and trying every week to set the bar a little bit higher, there was a lot there, especially in the second half. That needs to be better for us to really be more consistent and know how to finish games the right way. So that was the conversation inside. You never want to take away the good feeling of a result, of scoring goals, of winning. Those are great things. So you don't want to do it in a way that completely ruins the night, because that's not the point at all. But at the same time, holy shit. So many transition plays with guys that just, the decision in the past, I said it already. So, yeah. Great for Josh Perez to get his first goal. He's had some chances. I think he's really improved. He's become more dynamic. He takes the ball. He's on the move. When he first got here last year, I used to say, somebody told you should be a possession player. No, yeah, you don't want to lose the ball, but you need to take the ball. You need to be dynamic. You need to go by people. You need to be a threat. You need to set up goals. And so little by little, we see that part happening. And so I think everybody was really excited for him in that regard. As always, it's a hard game against San Jose. The way they play is different than other teams, and then obviously when they get behind, they're that much faster to release, to play one-on-one in every situation. And so that plays into it a little bit, that when you talk about then the timing of plays, if you wait a hair too long, then there's always going to be a guy coming in hard. And if he gets a piece of the ball, then it turns into obviously some kind of transition. So, you know when you play them what you're up against. I still think we have an intelligent team. So as far as finding the openings and the spaces against teams that play that way and playing through and finding the right ones, there are also a lot of good moments like that. And so, I think that we give credit to that. And look, we still try every game, as I say, to keep trying to push football and create chances, know when it's not on to go forward, know when we can connect some more passes. The balance between going forward and being dangerous and still knowing how to control games, that's probably the hardest thing. That is still one of the hardest things in football. And we still need to keep working on that.
Bob, as you mentioned, there's a lot of good things tonight, but when you look at, your big lead in the conference standings in the Supporters Shield, how do you keep them with 8 games left? How do you keep the team from taking their foot off the gas a little bit? Do you just compartmentalize and say,
Did
this
you
is one
listen to
game?
my good press conference the other day in training? Who was there and asked me that question in training? Right? Didn't I answer that really well once already?
Very well.
I thought I did a great job with that. All right? The answer is this. Right? There's no such thing as taking your foot off the gas, or maybe this game doesn't matter, or you want to win every game. All right? You want to be a better team. You want to play great football for 90 minutes. You want to, you want to get rid of mistakes where, you take too many touches, and by the time you pass the ball, the other guy has stepped in, and everybody on your team has to run flipping 80 yards to put out an emergency. So, look, there's so many football things that are there that nobody says, oh, we made the playoffs, so now we can just rest or whatever. I mean, holy shit, some of this stuff. So, it drives me crazy. I went nuts at the Galaxy game. I'm watching on TV last night, and Fabio Alvarez is playing, and Brian Dunseth says like 5 times, it would have been a night where it would have been easy for him to just take it easy, but he's really playing hard. And I'm going, well, what's he supposed to do? All right, so it's football. You play, you enjoy it, you try to be good, you try to make the right plays. What? You'll never have a good team if you have guys on the field saying, nah, this play doesn't really matter that much, so maybe I'll try this. No chance. That can't work ever. So there's my bad answer. The other day was much better than that. So.
Bob, I'm going to press you to a better answer, though.
Okay.
Really special goal is not enough. I need you to talk a little bit more about Carlos's second goal. In your time as a coach, how does that compare to things you've seen your players do in your times in training with Carlos and games with Carlos? I mean, if nothing else, just describe more of that goal for me and what you feel is so special about it.
It created a very good move from back to front where guys are on the move, something that we work on. And obviously, he leaves, as the one ball's coming to him, he leaves it for Diego, knowing that as he keeps running, it's coming back to him. And then his ability when he gets guys, when he's running at people in the box. Look, that's the part that's so special. And then when he finally goes around everybody, even at the end, his composure to know exactly how he wants to finish it. So, when we raise the bar with players and we talk about great players in the world and whatnot, it's just because, look, we all want to see moments like that. I mean, you come to the game tonight and you see that goal, and yeah, that's something that stays with you. So Carlos is capable of doing that kind of stuff. He scores some great goals in training. But as a great goal for him, but also the team goal and the movement, yeah, it was awesome. Really good.
Was it just that it was midweek rotation, the decision not to start Dio, or was there an idea of Carlos maybe more as a false nine would be more effective with the way San Jose likes to defend with their one center back chasing?
Yeah, a little of both. Dio's really physically put a lot into games lately, and we try to keep track of his physical load because he's so strong and the way he moves. He's not a guy that finds it always easy to go 90 times 3 in 9 days, right? But we've worked for 2 years at trying to get Carlos to enjoy playing in the middle more and try to get him to understand how to come away, how to be an extra man in different spots on the field, and then in other moments how to join in and get forward. And I think he's continued to get better and better at it and actually enjoy it more and more. So, it's important for us that we have different ways to play and that we can find him on the move in different ways because, let's face it, everybody that we play against is going to start out thinking, what are we going to do and how are we going to stop them? So, yeah, a little of both. Like I said, it was also a night to get Josh on the field and have Diego and Josh on each side from the start. I think that caused trouble. Obviously, Josh was on a very aggressive move inside that led to the shot and then the rebound for Diego. So that part was good to see. Brian Rodriguez is going to give us another option to be able to play those ways. So those are good things.
Bob, over the past 2 years, there's been a consistent message. You want to see the team put out the football ideas that you work with them every day. In past games, you've, I wouldn't say made wholesale changes, but made a few changes, and there's probably been like a struggle. Is this the first time you've really seen the team pick up those ideas and put them on the field from the opening whistle when making changes like that?
Yeah, it's only 3 changes tonight, right? So, Lee has played really well lately. And so when he's been called on, I think obviously he adds a lot to our midfield in terms of his way of finding space and his skill and his ability to make the right pass. And Tristan's been getting better and better and better. So, the game that he plays tonight in the center and the back. I actually thought he played really well against Red Bull. None of you guys wrote about Tristan after that game, by the way. Tristan was really good against Red Bull, and he was really good against tonight. Against Red Bull, there were a couple times that he tried to play passes into the midfield, and they didn't all work. But we encourage that. We want that. So if a player sometimes tries to play a pass into the midfield and it doesn't work, we don't judge the way he played on that. And his reading of situations, his aggressiveness to step in, his ability to make interceptions. Tristan's growing and growing. So I think that was important. And like I already said, Josh is also on an upswing. So I wouldn't compare it to some of the games when we had to make more changes than that.
Back here. Back here.
Yes.
You guys have won 5 in a row. Your last loss coming to the Galaxy. You say you don't want to take anything away from this win, even though you guys dominated. Was it San Jose had a few chances to hit the post? Was this a good win for you guys, or just a bad game for San Jose?
It's a good win. I said that already. I think we did some things really well, and like I probably say every game, there's things that still should be better. No, I can't comment what they think of how they played. So I never get into that. We tried to play our football, and we always have respect for every team we play. I've talked a lot about San Jose and what they're all about, and why they're a very good team by now, and why they're hard to play against. So.
Tom Marshall, LAFCvSJ. Obviously, you made those comments quite a bit ago that made headlines about Vela and encouraging him to reach Messi level, or as close as he possibly can. And apologies if you're bored with people asking you about it, but you watch that goal tonight. You look at I think it's a goal or an assist every 55 minutes. I mean, it really seems that kind of encouragement really seems to have worked for him. Obviously, no regrets about making those comments then.
Yeah, I mean, to be clear on this. It's 100% sure that Carlos isn't playing this well because I told him I wanted him to be more like Messi, right? If it was that easy, I'd tell them all to play like Messi. No, I'd tell a few to play like Xavi and, whatever. I'd spread it out a little bit. No, the point is this. They did this ESPN Plus thing. That was actually not even part of the production. That was on the first day that we had gotten together as a group, right? And I was just trying to talk to the group about part of what we want to have happen here is that we want to find ways to make guys better. We want to challenge guys to open up their minds to how they play the game and to get to higher levels and be more consistent. And so I used that as an example because, my point to Carlos was just, when you come to MLS now, you've got to set the bar that high, right? And I've heard him say that when he was in La Liga and now it's Cristiano and Messi and some other guys, it's hard for him to think, I want to be the best guy in the league, all right? But when he got here, I wanted him to think, look, now's your chance, all right? And, the fact that he can take balls on the move, that he's left-footed, that he has some of the same ways with balance and coming inside, the fact that he plays a lot of times on the right and comes inside on his left foot, he's a good example. Now, I told you earlier that, we pushed Josh Perez. There's moments we showed Josh Perez Messi and say, dribble, right? Don't just receive a ball and face backwards and give it back to the guy who gave it to you. You're not going to become a top player. That's how you play. So, take it on the move. And so if you were going to show Josh somebody, and Josh then is left-footed and short, and yeah, you can pick different guys, but Messi would be a pretty good one to pick for him too. Now, if we're going to show Edward Atuesta plays, no, I don't show him Messi. That would make no sense. Then I'm going to show him Busquets or Xavi Alonso or somebody like that. So yeah, we use video to try to help guys. We show them things of themselves. We show them things from training. And we try to then show them players that we think are somewhat similar, and then the way they do certain things, and use that to help give them a picture. So it's been blown like, holy smokes, so far out of proportion. But like I said, Carlos gets the credit. It's not because I said that. He's enjoying his football. He's really taken the responsibility of a leader in a great way. I think he appreciates as a team how we try to play, and he loves being part of that. So I think all those things work. He loves living in LA. His family's very happy. So yeah, a lot of good positives.
Yeah, Bob, good evening. Two questions, two really quick questions. I know the objective of the team is to win every game, but in the football world, it is said that clásicos or derbies are completely different games. So how do you take tonight's win emotionally into the weekend as the team is still trying to get the first win against LA Galaxy? And secondly, how good is it to have Mohamed back on the pitch after his injury and just in time to face the Galaxy again? Yeah,
I'll do that one first. Mohamed is a great guy. At the time when he got hurt, we felt he was moving forward in a good way. This set him back a little bit. He's worked hard, and obviously the mask protects the procedure of the surgery. So tonight was great to get him back on the field. And yeah, it's the derby, so it means more. It's the emotion in the game, the intensity of the game. So yeah, so far with all the things we've done, we haven't beaten them. So certainly it's something that we're all thinking about, and now we've got to be ready and have a great go at it. Enjoy trying to take our football once again and put it out there, knowing that, look, it's got to be with intensity, it's got to be with concentration, it's got to be with a lot of things. That's what derbies are all about. So should be a good night.